Minister, almost 60 school building projects are on hold due to funding issues. One of these schools which is affected is Cumhola National School in Bantry in West Cork. Minister, you might be able to outline when is this school's new classrooms to commence works?
I want to be clear that the Department does have a considerable record in terms of delivery of school buildings. Over 180 projects were delivered last year and completed to the very highest of standard. And indeed this year alone 300 school building projects are on hand. 40 of them new school builds, 260 of them additional accommodation of various types. And indeed, under Project 2040, we're investing €4.4 billion between now and 2025 to add capacity and develop and upgrade school facilities across the country for the almost 1 million students and indeed 100,000 staff who attend our schools. Key priorities for the Department are supporting the operation of the school system and adding necessary capacity to cater for special education needs provision, mainstream demographics and catering for students from Ukraine and other countries under the International Protection System. As you are aware, an agreement was secured with the Department of Public Expenditure, NDP Recovery and Reform in recent weeks to guarantee and support the rollout and continuation of the Department's ambitious school building programme. The agreement reached on the 5th of April is facilitating the continued rollout of urgently required school building projects in both mainstream and special education settings, including projects that were temporarily paused. Officials from the Department have updated each of these schools in relation to the formal arrangements and the next steps in respect of the delivery of their individual projects. The current status of all projects is listed on a county-by-county basis on www.gov.ie and is updated on a regular basis. I wish to clarify that the school project that the Deputy refers to was not one of the projects temporarily paused due to capital funding pressures. The Department approved funding for the school under the Additional School Accommodation Scheme. The project will provide 2 en-suite mainstream classrooms and the responsibility for delivery of the project is actually devolved to the school itself. The project is currently at the design stage of the architectural planning process. The professional and technical officials in the Department have reviewed the school's design team submission and their recommendations have been shared with the school authority. Officials are engaging directly with the school to assist them in this regard in order to ensure this important project is progressed to the next stage of architectural planning and delivered as quickly as possible.
Thank you, Minister, for your reply. In Cumhola, as I said, North Bantry in West Cork. In 2020, this school was approved for the building of a new classroom to replace 2 cabins, which are very unsuitable for long-term use as classrooms. As we know, the porta cabins are cold and very damp in winter and too hot during warm weather. In August 2022, I wrote to the Department of Education on behalf of Cumhola National School, Bantry, County Cork. The representation was acknowledged on August the 10th by your Minister, your Private Secretary Minister, but no work has commenced since then. The new classroom is urgently needed by the progressive school, and it is a very progressive school, and I would like to thank the staff, all the staff and the Board of Management, but they are very anxious that this building should be ready for the next school year, so we're beginning in September. Minister, can you give the people of Cumhola and the people of that surrounding area and their national promise here today that this new classrooms will be in place by the 1st of September 2023?
Thank you very much, Deputy. As I already previously outlined, the school accommodation project was approved in 2020 and it is devolved to the school authority. The project is currently at stage 1. There are site-specific challenges, I understand, for the delivery of the school's building project. However, following a review of the project's design team submission by the Department's professional and technical officials, the project proposal was deemed viable, subject to 2 technical recommendations around site surfaces and other engineering-related issues. The school authority was advised of these comments, and the Department is awaiting the design team's response. In order to expedite this response, officials from the Department of Education have engaged directly with the school authority to clarify the issues, following which the project is expected to progress to the next stage of design and ultimately, as you would appreciate, Deputy, to tender and construction thereafter as quickly as possible. Thank you.
And again, thank you, Minister, for your reply. But, I look back here, it's 2020 when this was school was approved for the extension for these 2 rooms. It is now 2023, so we're 3 years on now, and you can't tell me today when there's going to be a shovel going to be turned on this project. You can't tell me here today that on the first week of September or late August, when these children go back to the school, that the school is going to have these 2 new classrooms put in place after 3 years. So we're going to probably be looking at 4 years. So I would like a date, because the children of Cumhola and the parents of Cumhola and the school and the board of management, they deserve to be treated better than 2 cold and damp classrooms inside the port cabin. And Minister, I genuinely accept that there's movement, but movement in 3 years looks like it could be 4 years. And that's not acceptable to the people of West Cork. They shouldn't be treated like second-class citizens. And I plead with you, Minister, to give me a date as to when this works will start and when to end. Thank you.
Minister, to conclude.
Thank you very much, Deputy. And again, look, I absolutely accept, Deputy, the Department accepts the need for this building to go, to progress. But again, I want to be clear, it is devolved to the school authority. It appears that there are site-specific challenges here. It appears that there were 2 outstanding technical recommendations around the site, and they have been communicated to the school authority. So we await the school authority and what further progress they can do, because they have been advised of the 2 challenges that have been raised, and the department is awaiting the design team's response. So until that's received, you would appreciate yourself, Deputy, that there are a number of stages that one must go through in terms of ensuring that everything is as it should be, that all the demands, whatever the challenges might be, that they can be overcome. 2 specific challenges have been identified, and the department is awaiting the design team's response in relation to those. But in the interim, to facilitate the school, they have engaged directly with the school in relation to facilitating a positive outcome in relation to those 2 specific challenges.